Hey, seventh grade. So we've been working on our genetics presentation. You should be working on the same presentation that you created yesterday. You don't have to make a new presentation. You're just working on the same one. So you should have 9 slides and all your titles should be here and it should look the way you want it to look. So today we're going to be working on the second slide of our presentation. How are genetics and heredity different? And because we're comparing two different things, I want to change the layout of my slide. So I'm going to come over here to layout. I want a title in 2 columns because we have 1 column for genetics and 1 column for heredity. And I'm going to title these slides, heredity is, and my other one, genetics is. And then I can go ahead and make these bullet points by coming up to the top and creating a bulleted list. So I just typed in this question, how are genetics and heredity different, into my search engine right here. And I got some great websites that were able to compare. And so I chose this one, thedifferencebetween.com. And it talks about what this is. So I want this one. Waiting for my screen to load. I'm sure you guys have had that problem too. And here it is. What is heredity? So heredity is the process of passing characteristics from one generation to the next generation by means of sexual and asexual reproduction. So this is a great quote. It's not very long. It explains things easily. And so I'm going to put my quotation mark here. I'm going to do Control V. And I'm going to close my quotation mark, and I'm going to cite my source. I'm going to do that by doing Shift 9. This is my first website, so I'm going to put a number 1. And then I'm going to do Shift 0. I'm going to come down to my works cited. I'm going to click to add text. And this time, instead of a bulleted list, I'm going to add a numbered list. And I'm going to put a number 1 here. Now I'm going to come back to my website. I'm going to highlight my web address. I'm going to do Control C. I'm going to do Control V. And now I've cited where I got that information from. So coming back to my second slide, now let's talk about genetics. So let's find out. So pressing enter, I'm doing my bulleted list, and I'm going to look now for genetics. Let's see, genetics is simply the study of heredity. However, it can't be simply defined as such. So let me find a better one. Let's see. Understanding the mechanisms that govern the appearance and character from the information stored in genes, how genes are expressed, the interaction among genes, the introduction of genes from one organism to another, the quantitative characteristics of genes are the main branches of genetics. Okay, so I think even though this is a lot, I'm going to change it to a bulleted list. So I'm going to do Control C. I'm going to come over to my presentation and do this. How genes are expressed. So I think I want to do understanding and then do a tab. Understanding how genes are expressed, understanding the interaction among genes, understanding the introduction of genes from one organism to another, the quantitative characteristics of their genes, okay? These are genetics. And so I'm going to put my quote, quotation marks, and because I have so many bullet points, I'm going to go ahead and add my citation right here, and it's from the same place. So I'm going to do that. So this is what's due today, is adding heredity and genetics.